If Donald Trump is the nominee, he can't win. He won't win a general election. There will be a female president of the United States. It will either be me or it will be Kamala Harris. But look at any of the general election polls. Trump doesn't beat Biden. But more than that, all he does is bring chaos.
The segment on the blunt circle is later in the show. It's not right now. Another day, another dig at Trump from Nikki Haley. The former South Carolina governor goes against her former boss in her home state this Saturday, where Trump is and has been dominating in the polls. He currently sits at a 31-point lead, according to the Real Clear Politics average.
Let's bring in Fox News contributor and host on SiriusXM Patriot Radio, David Webb. David, good to see you. Listen,
great to see you.
What do you make of, again, Nikki Haley she's attacking Donald Trump. Donald Trump is crushing her in her home state. But Real Clear Politics average of polling has Donald Trump up by 1 over Joe Biden in an average of polling throughout the country. So she's wrong. Actually, Donald Trump can win, and in swing states, he's doing even better.
Yeah, look, every candidate says, I'm going to win. Until they're not the one who's winning. But you know what? I went a little bit further, Sean. I separated issue-based polling from theoretical matchups, versus Biden. Let's separate those out for the moment. When you go to issue-based polling, whether people trust Trump or Haley or Biden on the economy, on the border, on foreign policy, on the Middle East, on other things, Trump has a commanding lead. And I trust issue-based polling more because that's less about theoretical and how people feel about issues that matter to every American man or woman. Nikki Haley tries to play, I'm going to beat the fellas. I beat all the fellas, and I got one more fella to go. But her real hope here, analytically, is that something happens where Trump is not the nominee. South Carolina is an indicator. I know we have Super Tuesday coming up, but on issue-based polling, Trump has a commanding lead over Nikki Haley.
Yes, David, she is running Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign, and she thinks that she's going to get some mojo and some momo for momentum as a Republican.
Yeah, and how does she do that by constantly attacking Trump and really attacking the Republican base? And by the way, not everybody in the base is for Trump. There are Nikki Haley supporters. But again, how does she move forward? The question is, how does she overcome Trump's lead in every way, issue-based or theoretical matchups, to not only win the primaries but win the delegates? There's still a lot of delegates to go, but come Super Tuesday, if she loses South Carolina by a massive margin, what do her donors do then? How does she carry on a campaign through Super Tuesday? I think she stays in it because it's the hope that something happens to Trump and then she can step in, but that's not even guaranteed.
Right. Nobody cares you have different reproductive organs and wear high heels.
Well, she's done well because no one has ripped her political skin off yet because she's a non-threat. But if they do, her numbers are going to drop dramatically. But I want to move to this because it's not just Republicans who are throwing some snow cones. It's also Democrats. Israel-hating Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib is now actively campaigning for voters to not back Biden in the Michigan primary. Watch this.
It is also important to create a voting bloc, something that is a bullhorn to say enough is enough. We don't want a country that supports wars and bombs and destruction. We want to support life. Right now, we feel completely neglected and just unseen by our government. If you want us to be louder, then come here and vote uncommitted.
David Webb, your reaction?
Well, my reaction, this is not a surprise. I mean, Rashida Tlaib and her support for the Hamas activities on October 7th and beyond, ongoing still today, is pretty clear. It's not about Palestine for her. It's about going after America. It always has been when you look at her political history, when you look at her public history, what she has said, what she has done in her work with CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations. But this really is, I don't know if it's as much against Biden as a push for power. They make the point, and when you look at the group that's backing her, and I've got a warning for the people that might go to that website in a second, but when you look at what she's doing there, 10,000 votes was the margin for Biden. It is a threat to Biden, and I don't know if that carries over enough. But let me warn the people, because I did a little tracking on the group that is actually backing this website, and the people sign up and go there. I tracked it back to Reykjavik and to a building, literally, and to websites. You have a lawsuit by the Texas Securities Board against groups in that building. You have warnings by the Cybersecurity Agency on malware, ransomware, Better Business Bureau, fraud alerts, DHS alerts. So for the people who are going to this site and going with Rashida Tlaib, you might want to be careful where your information winds up. But this is really the power play inside the Democrat Party, where the progressives will align themselves against Biden. But in fact, in the end, they will use Biden to get wherever they want.
David Webb, we can't stop you from looking out for Americans, no matter where they're at or their political leanings. We appreciate you joining us on The Bottom Line. Thanks.